on, everybody? I am not prepared because my mic is not plugged in. Hold on. All right, that sound should be better. I'm not sure where Matt is. We said 8. He's probably just running a couple minutes late. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Let's see who's here. I know Chels and Lena are here. Rusty's here. In the Streets is here. William is here. Let's see. Missy Ledger's here. Mantis is here. Look at this on a Sunday night of a 3-day weekend. Kind of sucks the markets aren't open tomorrow. Been doing a bunch of research today. Yes, I got my hands on Senor Burry's report. Yes, I read it. I will be responding at some point. I was thinking about responding today. The day kind of got away from me. And there's a lot of things I want to say about it. So I got to really, I'm going to sleep on it. We're going to respond tomorrow. Will software recover this week? That's a great question. Listen, if I had a crystal ball, I would let you know. I do not have a crystal ball, though, so I have no idea. I think that we're finding a bottom. I have no idea if we are or not. I'm sorry. I can't turn the sign on. Markets weren't open today. It's a weekend, signs off. You're only here for the LED light? Come on. It's pretty messed up. June's here. Ray's here. What's going on? Ray, did you guys kidnap Matt or something? He's not logging in. I know all you went out to lunch today. Did you guys kidnap Matt? Ezzy's here. What's going on, Ezzy? So there's not many big earnings this week. I don't think there's a lot of data that I'm really interested in. I do think that the markets are going to somewhat recover. I think that we are seeing a bottom out. When I see Microsoft and the big 6 trading where they are and the forward expectations on them, I really do believe we're hitting a bottom. He's with Doug. What, Doug kidnapped him? You know, Michelle, that's just wrong. Where'd you send it? Instagram? I don't even know how to use these things. I'm going to make an assumption it's Instagram. Or maybe not, maybe X. Hold on. Oh my God, that's just not fair. This is just not fair. Michelle, I have to show it. Oh, now I know where freaking Matt is. So Matt and Dougie are smoking cigars. Michelle, I'm showing this, so I apologize if you don't want me to. And then I got Michelle sending me pictures like this. Cake looks amazing. What a cool setup you got back there. And you and Ray are eating this right now. I mean, that's just unfair. It's amazing. It looks delicious. It looks absolutely delicious. I still have it up. What's the, Michelle, what's the inside? Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Ray's mom. Michelle, I'm really interested in what's the inside, what's the filling. I need the specs. Strawberry cake and whipped ice. Love it. You can't go wrong with that. You really can't. Definitely cannot go wrong with that. And then I guess, Matt has a good reason for not being here. Him and Dougie smoking cigars at the lounge. I want to say those are, what type of cigars are those? They're both blocking out the bands. They look like they could be Olivia's. In fact, I'd be willing to bet those are Olivia's. So we'll ask Matt at some point. See if he gets on or not. Did I get my hands on any Wembanyama cards? I have a couple. I haven't bought any more. Some would say Doug is a great influence. Some would say. Yeah, Dougie's always got glasses on. Oh, wow. That's a good idea. First Basis Points official meetup in AC for a weekend would be legendary. We may be able to make that happen. Who knows? We may be able to make that happen. We will certainly take that under advisement. I mean, I'm not sure which one's the bad influence. I mean, they're good, both good role models to society. So I would say both of them are to blame. Is Nvidia finally going to break 200 soon? I would think so. That's just me. So, all right, we're going to get into all the stock stuff. So, let's do the disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I have no idea what your situation is. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Please read the disclaimer. Do your own due diligence. I have no idea what your situation is. These are all my own opinions. So there you go. Let's see. If the market plays it fair, well, I mean, look, Nvidia is trading significantly off its highs. It hit around 212 or so. I mean, I'll bring it up. So Nvidia. Yeah, 212.19. I mean, it's trading in a range right now. It's been trading sideways since pretty much August when it just got over 175. So it's about 15% or so off of its highs. I think Nvidia is inexpensive. When I look at where the street has it, so let's start with revenue. They have them finishing this fiscal year at $213 billion. They report in a week and a half. Nvidia does not report on a calendar year. They report on a fiscal year that ends in January, not December. So this Jan 2026 is really their 2025 year because the majority of the earnings are from 2025. So let's say current year, next year, or current year is 27 for 2026, and then the following year. They're expecting Nvidia, after doing 213 billion in 2025, is going to grow their revenue by 53% and add roughly $110 billion in revenue. 110 billion. So at a 50% margin, they're expecting this company is going to do about 160 billion in net income. That's more than $3 billion a week in profitability. So when I look at this trading at 23.6 times 2026 earnings, I think it's inexpensive. There's a ton of EPS growth. They're going to buy back a ton of shares. They're probably going to make more and more investments. I wouldn't mind if they allocate capital to OpenAI. And this is going to sound ridiculous to some people, but think about it. Before I finish that thought, Dookie Pie, thank you so much. Some chocolate to go with the milk. Listen, you got to love it. Milk and chocolate go so well together, almost as good as milk and cookies. I very much appreciate it. So when I think about what Nvidia can do, 150 billion of profitability next year without really having any debt. For them to invest $10 billion in OpenAI is a blip. It's a blip. It doesn't even matter. They could invest 50 billion in OpenAI and it wouldn't even matter. So I'm all for it. I think they're going to buy back a ton of shares next year. I think they're going to make a lot of strategic investments. I'm good with the CoreWeave investment. I mean, I would like to see Nvidia become a holding company of tech companies. I don't think that that's the worst idea. Oh, Leslie, you caught the stream with Alex? He's great. Thank you very much. Zink, what does Steve Mogsbury mean? I don't know what the term Moggs means. I must be old. S. Brooks, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Midwest is here. What's going on, Midwest? Does anybody else use Anthropic in the chat? I just started trying Claude this weekend. It's pretty damn interesting. I actually want to show everybody. I was having a conversation with somebody, not going to say who it was. I want to show you what it generated for me. So which spreadsheet is? All right, the Amazon one. We'll do Amazon first. So I put in a prompt into Claude that I saw on X, and I asked it to create a DCF model for me. Now, some of this data, keep in mind, is wrong, okay? Some of it is wrong. That's okay for now. Go with me for a sec. So it gives you it gave me 3 tabs. I did not do anything on this. Claude gave me everything. They gave me the Excel file. So it filled all this out, key assumptions. It built me a DCF model based on the WACC and everything else. And when I look at this, and I looked at all the formulas and everything, it's correct on the formulas. It's just some of the data that it scraped is not correct. But if it can build this out in 30, 40 seconds and be pretty close and then give you a comparable analysis to everything, pretty interesting. And if this is the worst that AI is ever going to be from today going forward, I'm really bullish on AI. I mean, when this gets to the point where all the underlying data is correct, that could be tomorrow, that could be in a month from now, 6 months from now, who knows? The fact that it can formulate this and do everything just off of a prompt and give you the Excel file, really interesting. And then what I did is I asked it to create me a investment assessment for the Mag 7. And this is what it spit out. And this is where you know the data is wrong. It's saying that the current price for Nvidia is $875. Microsoft's 440, Meta 485. Obviously, some of that data is wrong. Okay. Obviously. But the fact that it can even put all this together and then give you the DCF model for each company, I think is impressive. And I think once the scraping gets better and all this data is correct, I mean, people are really going to be using this instead of doing it on themselves. I'm super bullish. Some people may think this is horrible because the data is wrong. I'm taking the other side of it, and I really do believe that even though the data is wrong, it's about the process and the progress and the fact that we are able to get this extracted now off of a prompt. Really interesting to me. Oh, Dookie Pie. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. Love it. Thank you. I'm very humbled. Thank you very much, Dookie Pie. So let's see. Yeah, Ezzy, I'm in the same boat. Imagine that in a few years. And I don't think AI is stopping. Claude is really interesting. I was playing around with it, remedial stuff. And I like the fact that it'll give you everything in Claude, give you the Excel model. And I think it's only going to get better. I mean, I don't think we're years away. I think we're probably months away from all this being correct with how much training is going on. So, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it. And I do believe all roads lead back to Nvidia. I really do. Let's see. Oh my God, Dookie Pie. 10 more memberships. Seriously, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you, Dookie Pie. Dookie, did you just gift another 10? Thank you. You're going to start making me blush. Thank you, Dookie Pie. Really appreciate it. So, as far as Dookie Pie again. Dookie, thank you very much. Can't even get a sentence out. You just keep spamming this. But truly appreciate it. Thank you. So when it comes, Jesus Christ, Dookie Pie, thank you. Oh my God. Every time. I mean, Dookie, you want to come on and talk? I mean, you're obviously not going to let me talk tonight. Wow. Looks like everybody in the chat's getting a membership from Dookie Pie. Amazing. So with the memberships, only get a membership if you want to support me. But there are a lot of members only videos on there that I do of my notes from my articles that I write. And there's a lot of information there. And we do a members only on Friday nights. Wow, Dookie, you are so generous. Thank you. Wow. Thank you very much, Dookie. Really appreciate it. So I agree, Charles. I agree. Oh my God, another 20? Wow. Dookie, that's really amazing. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Legendary. Thank you. Oh my God. Dookie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Michelle, you get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. Complete legend. Dookie, thank you so much. You're making A lot of people happy that they're getting memberships. They can see the videos. Oh my God. Dookie, thank you. You're too kind. Too kind. Too kind. All right, let me try to get this thought out. So, when it comes to Nvidia and we see the 620 billion of capex being spent, I do think that they're going to hit these numbers that the street is talking about, and Nvidia is going to become a holding company of a lot of different companies. I'm not looking at what they're doing as circular financing. The reality is that if CoreWeave wants to raise money, and I have to stop talking again, Dookie, I will stop talking all night if you want me to. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. Absolute legend. So I'm going to try to get back to my thought with Nvidia that all roads are leading back to it. And I don't mind what people are calling circular financing. The reality is that when CoreWeave issues stock and Nvidia buys it, they can do whatever the hell they want to do with that money. So right now, Nvidia shareholders own a piece of CoreWeave on the balance sheet. When, yes, Charles, she is leaving me speechless, 100%. And when Nvidia, yeah, I don't even know what to say, Charles and everyone else. Dookie is legendary. It's amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, it looks like this episode is sponsored by Dookie Pie. 100%. Complete savage. It's amazing. So, Matt is definitely out having a good time. I don't think he's going to make it. So, I was going to keep going with Nvidia and we'll go into some other things. So, I think Nvidia is a 250 stock. That's where I'm at on this. I think it's being disrespected in the market. I think that we're going to see Jensen come out and talk about the next 5 to 10 years on the earnings call. And I think that it's going to do really well after earnings. I really do. Look, I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, that would be great. The two I'm looking for. Dookie, what are you gearing up for? One more time? I'm actually a little scared about one more time. Barron's has the price tag at 260. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I mean, Tanner has it at 3 to 350. I have it around 250 or so. I may be a little bit more conservative. So, yeah. We'll see. Can you speak about your Zeta plan for the next 2 years? Look, Zeta is absolutely fascinating right now. Dookie, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So I do think Zeta is fascinating. They're reporting in a week and a half also. I have stopped my buying on Zeta for the moment. I want to see what it does after earnings. I want to see what the earnings report is. I want to see how the price action is after earnings. And we'll see. Zeta is one of those companies that when I looked at the numbers, it makes me think of a baby Palantir or a baby SoFi. So I'm really excited about it. I think that their best days are ahead of them. They're about to flip operating and net income. And they really are going to do some big things, I think. So at 4 billion market cap or 4.5 billion market cap, I mean, there's no reason it can't get to 20. And I don't even think the 20 billion is being that ridiculous. I think that when it comes down to it, This is a company that has momentum. It's about to put up, hopefully, another quarter of adjusted EBITDA expansion, another quarter of 20% plus EPS growth. The street has them accelerating to 34% year over year growth in 2026. So I'm excited. Let's see what they say on the conference call. I'm probably going to cover it live. We'll see. QXO had big news this week. I really like QXO a lot. I do believe Brad Jacobs will be buying more companies, and he will be replicating what he did with United Rental, United Waste, and QXO. And I do think that they will eventually get to their goal of 50 billion in annualized revenue. And if they do, you put a one-time sales on them, 50 billion market cap. QXO currently has a market cap of 19 billion. This can still double from here in the next 2-3 years. So luckily, the community caught it early. This is one of my plays that's underneath the radar because other people aren't looking at this. I still think it's going to do well. Wait, what's going on in the chat? Dookie, what is this? If you guys add me, I will be going live later tonight to reveal who I am. What do you mean by add you? What's your channel? Dookie, if you have a channel, put in the chat and I will put it on the screen. Dookie is Baron Trump. Get back to working. Okay, Dookie, I will get back to working. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That would be hilarious if it was Burry. Absolutely hilarious. Oh my God. Is Dookie triple V? I don't think it's triple V. I think triple V would just be triple V. The reveal. Yeah, the reveal would be freaking very interesting. Tanner's burner account. Anyway. So, somebody asked a very important question. I think it was actually asked the other day, and I didn't necessarily answer it in depth. I'm happy to go into it in depth. Let me pull up some numbers, so give me a sec. Several people have asked Amazon or Meta. And when I look at these, it's hard. I actually just wrote an article today about Amazon. I think it'll be out on Tuesday. Let me share where we're at right now with these two companies. And I do think Meta is so, it's so difficult because I love both companies, okay? But let's go not by the numbers, okay? By the numbers. Let's just do Meta and Amazon. Hold on. So we'll take that. We'll move this down here. Get Amazon. All right. So when I look at Meta and Amazon, I mean, Amazon is a bigger company by market cap. They're doing more gross profit, more EBITDA, less operating income, more cash from operations, way less free cash flow, and more profitability. So how is it trading? We know Amazon's margins are thin compared to the rest of the Mag 7. We're not going to worry about that. So Amazon's trading at a lower price to EBITDA. Meta is trading at a lower price to operating income, price to cash from operations. Obviously, better price to free cash flow. And they're both around the same price to net income. Pretty interesting. So now when we look at forward EPS valuation, Amazon's trading 26 times this year's earnings. Meta's trading at 21.3 times. On a forward basis, though, Amazon's got a lot more EPS growth than Meta, supposedly, over the next 2 years. Meta's trading at 16.1 times. Amazon's trading at 16.89 times. I mean, it's a toss-up. On one hand, you have Amazon, which is the king of e-commerce, the king of cloud. You have Meta, which is the greatest social media company there is. And man, my heart is with both of them. This is not an easy thing. I believe I said Meta the other night simply because they don't have to produce any content. They have such a sticky environment that every one of their users, more than a third of the global population, creates content and uploads it. I don't know that you can have a stickier environment than that. The research I did today with Amazon, though, really made a big bull case for the next several years. And I think all the CapEx that they are spending is well warranted, and they are going to put their competitors in a position where they're going to burn through margin trying to catch up. And I think they're both very good investments here. This is what I would say. I have more Meta than Amazon. Therefore, I'm planning on buying more Amazon. If I didn't have a position, I would potentially flip a coin because that is how close it is. It's just how close it is. So anyway, I can't make up my mind. It's a coin toss. They're both great. They're both so entrenched in society that I think they're both going to do very well. I really do. And that's a good point, Lewis. You can live without Meta products, but you rely on Amazon. Now, can you though? I don't know. I know that I rely on Amazon products. I could probably get away with not using anything from Meta because I'm just not really a social media person. But I can't get away with not using Amazon. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, for me, it's Amazon at the moment because I need to add more anyway. But they're both great companies. I do want more Microsoft also. I think Microsoft is so undervalued here that it's crazy. Updates on the 10K account challenge. I read my call options incorrectly. They both expire next week. I actually did not do anything this week. So I actually have no updates this week. Matt had updates, but I'm not going to bring up his spreadsheet. So we'll see if he comes on. If he doesn't, then Matt and I will do it another day. I don't blame Matt. Dougie's a great guy. They're smoking cigars. All good. Glad that they're hanging out. What about oil? What about energy? Listen, if you follow me, you know that I'm big on energy. I've been talking about energy for a long time. I've been talking about Enbridge. I've been talking about Chevron. I've been talking about Schlumberger. I have the receipts. I mean, tech is not the only thing that I talk about, hence QXO. But I'll pull up the receipts right now on some of these. You can follow everything I write about on Seeking Alpha. So this is Schlumberger. I don't know many people that were talking about Schlumberger. I wrote about it when it was around 40. I wrote about it again when it was around 35. Since my last article, it's up 44.47%. I mean, I do write about energy quite a bit. I don't follow Bloom Energy a lot. I don't necessarily understand them the way that other people do. I understand oil and gas to an extent, ET phone home, Enbridge. You know what? That's not how I should do it. I should do it this way. Hold on. Clear that out. ENB. But I've written about ENB a lot. I keep writing about it and it keeps going up. I think ENB, and look, it's run a lot. I wrote about it at the beginning of the year, beginning of last year. It's up 33% since then. It's outperformed the S&P. The thing with Enbridge is they're the only triple threat in the energy infrastructure sector. They have the largest natural gas utility company in North America by account. They have one of the largest pipeline companies. They have a large exporting, and they have a large renewable portfolio. I like Enbridge a lot. To me, Energy Transfer is still the one. It's not doing great, kind of just going sideways. I do like Energy Transfer a lot. You can't replicate what they have with pipelines. And then I do like Chevron a lot. I mean, Chevron was a great buy. I think it's still a good buy, but it was a great buy around 150. And it's taken off. I think it's going to continue to do well. But I do write about other things and talk about other things other than technology. GLW, you know what? I have Corning in my dividend harvesting portfolio, and it is up so much I'm thinking about selling it. I normally don't sell winners in that portfolio. I normally don't sell anything. I want to say I bought it like 30 or 40 bucks. I only have one or two shares. That portfolio, I put $100 in a week and I write about it. The series comes out every Monday on Seeking Alpha. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it, but absolutely has gone parabolic. Enterprise Product Partners Venom, they are amazing when it comes to NGLs, natural gas liquids. The way that their fractionation is, whatever is not contracted for when they do the extraction process, they get to keep it. I really like it a lot. So, very interesting. Let's see. SCHD for somebody who needs diversification outside tech. Yeah, I mean, SCHD is okay. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst. It's all right. Great dividend growth. I still need to go through the Nebius report. I haven't gone through it. I don't even know what FOMI is. It's just not a REIT I'm familiar with. And I read about a lot of REITs. Realty Income, nobody really wanted to follow me on for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, Realty Income is the quintessential replay that I love. I mean, it's finally catching a bid. I'll show you why in a minute, but when you look at this, I've been covering it. So let's go to their website and just look at something very quickly. Realty income. There are not many companies, if you like dividends, okay, that can claim this. 667 consecutive monthly dividends declared, 113 consecutive quarterly increases, a 4.2% compound annual dividend growth rate since 1994. They pay monthly. I mean, always freaking solid real estate company, in my opinion. My opinion. It's an old lady stock? Sure. I'll take it. I'll buy it. I am buying it. I like it. I mean, if you like dividends and you like real estate, the biggest thesis for Realty Income, for NNN, they're going to be able to either issue new debt at lower prices or refinance existing debt over the next 2 years and expand margins while continuing to invest for the future. E-commerce is not destroying them in any means. Man, that's good. Waste management or DG. I don't know what DG is. And the one that I really like that I just downgraded to neutral is Simon Property Group. I've been a huge fan of Simon Property Group for a long time. It's not milk. No, it's not. It's water with some cranberry juice in it. I'm trying to drink a lot more water these days, so Dollar General, yeah, I don't follow Dollar General, I'm sorry. I'm not a Digital Realty Trust fan. I'm not an Equinix or however you pronounce the other one. I'm just not a fan of them. I like other REITs. So Oracle or Amazon? Amazon, but I will tell you, Oracle is getting interesting. That's one of the ones I'm really interested in their earnings report. Yeah, electrolytes are important, 100%. So Oracle may be bottoming. We'll see. I am wait, what happened? I skipped over Dookie's camo pig. What are you talking about? Now I'm going scrolling back up into the chat because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm not trying to skip anything. When I was talking before and switching everything, I wasn't looking at the chat. And I can't find it. Let's see. Oh, Cameco, the energy stack? Of course, Dookie's going to come up with something I know nothing freaking about. Cameco. The hell are they? CCJ Cameco? The hell do they do? Hold on. Cameco Corporation. Utilities around the world rely on Cameco to provide global nuclear fuel solutions for generation of safe, reliable, carbon-free nuclear power. Okay, so they do a bunch of stuff with uranium, I would believe. Global company. Yep, largest global providers of uranium fuel needed. Okay, that's interesting because nuclear is probably going to become huge in the next decade. So this is a $50 billion company. Let's go through it. It has run huge. God, 566% over the past 5 years. Amazing. 49 billion. Why do I think I'm gearing up to say something that I don't like about the financials? 96 PE. All right, let's say. All right, they're not a startup. Revenue's growing. Gross profit is not horrible. Operating income positive. Net income positive for a long time. That's good. I'll do the valuations in a minute. Let's look at the balance sheet. 884 million in cash on hand. Long-term debt 725, so they have more cash on hand than debt. They also have 2.2 billion in long-term investments. That's awesome. Not a lot of shares outstanding, but shares are going up, which means they're probably issuing more for SBC than they're buying back. Let's see if I'm correct. Stock-based compensation, not a lot. Are they issuing shares just to pad the balance sheet with cash then? Big free cash flow, 800 million. I like that. Long-term debt repaid. All right, issuance of stock. They're not even issuing stock a lot. Huh. So if they're not issuing stock a lot, why? Hold on. Did I read that wrong? Hold on. 435 to 440. So they went up by 5 million shares. Stock. Yeah, all right. Are they buying anything back to even that out? Hold on. Common dividends. I don't hate it. Let's see where the street has it going. Huge EPS growth. Huge. More revenue growth out to the end of the decade. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is probably one of the large players in the uranium space. So for a long-term hold, I could get behind this. I think that nuclear is going to be a very large mix of the global energy market over the next decade. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's see. Yeah, I started a position in service now. I like it. I mean, oh, thank you. Ives was amazing. He was great. I think the end of the episode was hilarious. Yeah, Dookie. I mean, I'm a fan of this. When you think about where nuclear is going to be, if you think SMR and Oklo and the small nuclear reactors are going to be big. Oh, hold on a sec, everybody. I just got a text from somebody. It looks like we're going to have somebody joining soon. Looks like we're going to have somebody joining soon. So, freaking Maddie. Freaking Maddie. Yeah, Dookie, how much research have you done into them and how long have you had this? Because that's been a great play. Hopefully you've done really well on it. I mean, I've read 2 of the energy reports that came out recently, and I do believe that nuclear is going to do well. And when you look at what Meta is doing and Microsoft is doing, you know, we're going to need a lot more uranium. Bought at 43. Love that. Good job. Doogie, what else are you freaking buying that you're bullish on? If you call it that at 43, what's the next one? URA? Is that the ETF probably? Yeah, the Global X Uranium ETF. Why didn't it come up? We're the largest ones in it. All right. Oh, Cam, this one is the largest holding by 25%. Damn. Dookie is shorting a lot of stocks in the coming month. Okay. If you want to drop some names, let us know. If not, hopefully you do really well on it. There's some I would like to. I get really weird about shorting. Dookie's been calling for a dip. I mean, there's been a dip in technology. So everybody in the chat knows I don't like leverage long plays. So I think you know that. Fair enough, Dookie. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know if the year is going to be slow because of midterms or not. I think everybody's expecting that the left is going to win one of the branches, and that's going to create gridlock. And I think the market is actually going to welcome that to a degree. We'll see if I'm right on that. I don't think anybody's pumping Amazon. I think Amazon is legitimately at a price nobody understands because it's so inexpensive. I mean, it's not like Amazon's a $10 million company that people are trying to pump. Like, it's freaking Amazon. I mean, look, I'm not pumping Amazon. I'm giving an opinion. And, here we go. These are the types of things that get me annoyed. So once again, it's not like I just decided to become bullish on Amazon. All right. I've been bullish on Amazon since I pretty much started writing on Seeking Alpha. Okay. Since 2019, publicly, I went to neutral a little bit in 22 and 23 for certain reasons. And then I became super bullish again in 23. And I've written 28 articles about Amazon. I'm not pumping anything. I have been discussing Amazon for a long time. Pull up the spreadsheet with Walmart, Costco, and Amazon. I mean, I can. Give me a sec. Oh, a bunch of other channels. I mean, yeah, Dookie, I agree with you. Amazon is where Google was, and Amazon will explode in a year or two. I agree. So I think everybody knows that I made a video specifically calling out the flight to safety, and I discussed it the other night, but I think I have the PowerPoint open. Oh, look at this guy. He's not on yet. So I will try to find the spreadsheet before he comes on. So give me a moment. Flight to safety. Where are you? Here you are. All right. So Amazon's revenue crossed over Walmart's, now the largest revenue company I know of. Did that not? It did update. Okay. So when we look at the annualized growth, Amazon's doing a lot more than Walmart and Costco. Every year by dollars, they've generated more revenue growth. On a percentage basis, there was only 1 year where they did not do a higher revenue growth year over year than Costco. Now, they're growing revenue at over 10% through 28, whereas Walmart and Costco are doing sub 7%. When I look at the numbers, it's hard for me to understand how Walmart and Costco are considered flights to safety because of the idea of sticky revenue when they have thinner margins than Amazon, where they trade at significantly higher valuations than Amazon, and Amazon has more revenue growth, generating more revenue. It just, the whole premise doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I spent a lot of time on it the other night. And you can go, I have a whole dedicated video that just came out. You can go watch. Amazon also has 54% EPS growth, where the other two have less than 25% over the next 2 years. So, I mean, I don't understand the flight to safety stuff. Maybe I'm dumb. Matt, are you there?
Steve, you think you're better than me?
So, are you driving?
Maybe. I'm being
Oh,
chauffeured.
so I see you.
I'm being
I see that
chauffeured,
you and
Steven.
Dougie smoked a cigar.
What's that?
You and Dougie smoked a cigar.
That's the word on the street.
What type of cigar was it?
I smoked a Rocky Patel Decade.
Okay, what did Dougie smoke?
I don't know.
They looked like Olivia's.
He was looking for something more medium bodied, so I don't know. I left in the humidor. I don't know. I'm not sure what he got. Good question.
So, how long to your home?
A long time.
A long time?
A long time, Steven.
How far away from home are you?
Like 30 minutes, maybe?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are you smoking a cigar while driving?
More like you.
Are you smoking a cigar while driving?
No.
No. Okay.
Although I did, in order to make it home on time, which then by the time I went to message you that I wasn't going to be able to come on until later, Verizon decided to go down. And so I was using satellites to try to message you, which obviously wasn't working well. So you probably got all my messages super late.
I didn't get
Uh,
any messages except for Steven. Let's make it 9 p.m.
there you go.
Dookie, you smoke a Toro Fuentes? The Opus lines are incredible. I mean, everything a Toro Fuente does is great, but amazing.
So yeah, unfortunately, when I went to message you, I noticed on the way to the cigar shop, this was at like 5:30 my time, so like 6:30. I was like, well, we're definitely not going to be able to make it because I'm going to smoke a cigar and then I still have to drive home. So, and then I even still didn't make the 9 o'clock. So,
No bueno.
no bueno, Steve.
No bueno, Matt.
when I'm hanging out with people, I don't want to cut it short. I feel bad cutting it short.
Well, that's why I said to you we could do it at 9 if you want.
Oh, I'm actually just on time for 9 o'clock.
I mean, you're technically right on time for 9 o'clock, sir. Oh, hold
Still
up.
driving, so
Hold
technically
up,
not
hold up,
100%
hold
right.
up. Biz T96. Which one? Are you talking about the one on the corner of Sand Lake and International Drive? You're talking about the one up in Heathrow? Which one are you talking about, Biz T? Because that is the one on Sand Lake and International Drive. Used to go there a lot. One in Heathrow, super legit. Well, which one you go to? You go to Sand Lake? That's what's up. That's what's up.
Everyone wants to know what's
I
up.
bet you're like, how the hell does Steve know about this? Exactly where it is. Corner of Sand Lake and International Drive.
Steve knows everything.
I
Always
mean,
have, always will.
I don't know everything, but I'm surprised you know about Heathrow. Have you been there? Yeah, I've been to the Heathrow one. They have 3 or 4 though. I've only been to the Heathrow and the Sand Lake one. Dookie, I do not know that. I'm a big Guitar Fuente. I like the Opus X's. I actually gave Matt and Dougie the Angels Share Perfection number 2s. Matt, did I give you guys Lost Cities also?
I took a lot of the inventory, Steve.
Yeah, I know you guys did. I think Matt and Dougie each got a Lost City in there, the little care package I gave them. And there was another one, another type of Opus X that I had that I gave them. Yeah, I mean, they're great.
The real question is what is Steve buying this week?
You know, it's going to be Amazon this week, and then we're waiting to see what happens with Zeta and Nvidia.
You're a good man.
I mean, some would say that, some would say I'm not.
I mean, in terms of the small account challenge, I mean, I rolled out some things, and then I also wrote some puts. I forget what exactly I wrote puts on. Crap, I'm trying to remember what it was. It might have been Symbiotic again.
Symbiotic.
And because the ones that I had expired worthless, so it'll be nice. I didn't have the spreadsheet updated. I should have. That's on me. Um, but I lost about 45 minutes because I ended up doing Rocket Lab Weekly by myself. So that is what it is. Appreciate everybody that came out and watched that. And if not, you can do yourself a favor and watch it. But yeah, no, I was just talking to Hot Doug about he's changing up his portfolio a bit. So I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I'm sure if you get him on at some point, he'll be happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested.
All I know is that Steve is shook with this whole market drawdown.
How am I shook?
Let's talk about flights to safety, and God knows what else.
No,
The
I
whole
was
market's safe.
talking. You know, the whole market's safe. Spoken like a true DJ.
I'm down. I'm down
No,
seven
you know what
figures.
I
The whole
was
market's
talking
safe.
about.
What am I gonna do? Lose a little more money? What? Am I retiring tomorrow? No.
Ah, what's 5% here, 5% there, right, Matt?
It's all fake money, Steve. At the end of the day, I think people always forget. I'm not doing this to. The goal, the proxy is the amount of money that's in the account. The real goal is to acquire great companies. You know, own a great business like Amazon. You want to own a great business like Rocket Lab. You want to own a great business like Palantir. Buying them at these prices, I mean, some of them aren't dirt cheap prices, even Palantir, not dirt cheap prices, but it's a blessing because you're getting more ownership per dollar than you were just 2 weeks ago. So to me, these sort of movements are a blessing that allow me to pick up more of great companies. And the proxy of that eventually means my net worth will eventually go up. But I just want to be in the topic conversation. I want to own a piece of whatever Alex Karp is doing. I want to have a piece of whatever Mr. Jassy is doing. I want to have a piece of what Mr. Pachai is doing. So to me, it's just a no-brainer to pick up companies when they're pulled back like this.
I like it, Matt. What about a little company called Microsoft? Do you want to pick up a piece of that too?
I don't know. As much as I would love to own Microsoft, and I feel like I would regret not buying it, I always keep my portfolio sizes small. And even though I keep it, if I were to keep one, I think that Microsoft wouldn't be one that I would be too upset to pick up because I already kind of keep on top of what's going on with Microsoft anyway, because I keep so much in the cloud space with Google Cloud and and Amazon AWS. So I feel like it wouldn't be too difficult to also keep in touch with what's going on with Microsoft and Azure and a lot of those things. But I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not
you do
like
know,
Steve. I
Matt.
don't. I don't have 800 positions.
I don't have 800 positions either.
Sure about that? I'm
I'm
just
pretty
kidding.
sure about that.
Pretty sure. Hey, I have a serious question for you. If you were to go 100% dividend focused in one ETF, one, which one would it be?
Ah, Matt,
I don't.
the data right now
Currently, right now?
would have me probably. Am I going straight dividends or do I want a little bit of market activity also?
I would say whatever you, with what your current amount of income is, right? If that
Yeah.
means that with your current, not income, I mean, with your current portfolio, if you feel like you could survive on something that is balanced with respect to a little bit of dividend growth as well as initial yield and um, growth, a little bit more balanced, then go with that. If you feel like you need to hyper focus on a higher yielding opportunity because you just need that income, then go for that.
All right. So this is how I'm going to answer that question. And I want to put a disclaimer out to everybody. All right. Do not do anything I'm about to say. Please, for the love of God. I'm just getting my data out. Hold on. Yeah, right now, the data is pointing to if I wanted straight dividends, I would either go with QQQI or SPYI. They both rebounded well because of the structure after Liberation Day. And even though the appreciation is flat to down maybe a percent or two, the distribution yields make up for it. If I wanted something a little bit more balanced with a dynamic asset allocation and structure, I would go with the QDVO, the Amplify Dividend and Growth. I'm not actually, hold on. QDVO. It's the Amplify CWP Growth and Income ETF. I really like that a lot. It's done really well. It's got a good hybrid approach. So I would go with one of those two if I had to, if I was forced to.
You're a good man, Steve.
You're a better one. What about you, Matt? What would you go with?
Um, I think for me, if I was looking for a little bit more yield, and I wouldn't choose something that has high, like 9, 10, 11, 12% yield. I think that's just too much, and I think my portfolio is sufficient now where I wouldn't need that. But I might choose something like an XYLG or RYLG if they have it, or a QYLG, which only writes covered calls on half of the positions. So that way you still get to capture a little bit of the growth. Um, if it runs a little bit, the problem that I have with some of these covered call ETFs is, which I know SPY is trying to fix a little bit, but sometimes they just limit and cap your upside. So if the market goes on a run, um, then you're kind of held back. And a bad thing about that is if, let's just say, you have a very quick downward run of 10-15%, and next thing you know, the underlyings are trying to recover. Well, just based off the nature of the cover call ETF, they're not going to be able to capture that full run back, and so therefore they're kind of, by the nature of the fund, depressed on the recovery a little bit. But something like an XYLG, you know, only has 50%, so you might be able to capture a little bit more of that move in the upside. So I like that. But if I were to choose something that I think is more stable long term, I've never hated SCHD. Um, I think that could be a good one, but I also like Devo. Devo's done well, okay, in the past. Jeppy's done well in the past. Uh,
Jeppy's losing its
I don't know.
momentum.
It's tough for me to choose. Which one?
Jeppy and JepQ are losing their momentum.
Are they, Steve?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I wonder why.
Um, it's because the ELN structure isn't working the way that it was. And even if it is, and I'm looking at it incorrectly from that aspect, it's not performing as well as the other strategies. The data just doesn't support it. So, Matt, let me ask you about
When you
this.
say not performing, do you mean because it's not as you want it to, or
No, it's just when you line it up against the other cover call ETFs, like when I did the analysis with JEPQ, QQQI, GPIQ, and QDVO a week ago, the total return over the past year for JEPQ was 11.33%, whereas QDVO is 13.58%, GPIQ is 13.37%, and QQQI is 12.48%. It had the third lowest distribution yield and the third lowest appreciation over the past year. There's just other strategies that are doing better.
heard it here first? I'd be curious which one had the largest of those um, principal appreciation. I don't know. I
The
don't have the
largest is
answer.
QDVO, 2.83% it was when I did the analysis. And
Okay.
they had 10.75% distribution yield.
Heard it here first.
So, Matt, you've been right about crypto.
Okay.
You have been right about crypto. What are we doing? Is now the time for me to start adding to Ethereum again?
Um, I mean, do you want an answer? Because like myself, you have limited funds and you're trying to prioritize?
I just want to know if Maddie, what Maddie thinks about crypto. Is crypto winter over, or is it,
Over. Over.
over?
It just started.
It just started.
Like, I love it when people are like, "Oh, crypto winter's here. Okay, cool. So, like, when Lambo again?" And I'm like, "My guys, like, unless something drastically changes, which is, it's plausible and the market's dynamic and things are always rapidly changing. Like, be prepared for 12 months of sideways at a minimum. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you'll see some peaks out where it's get people excited. You'll see some troughs down, which gets people depressed and say, cryptocurrency is a scam. I, I personally would not, at an absolute minimum amount of time, um, I would say don't even pick your head up in terms of thinking that this is going to be a recovery. Um, until the beginning of 2027. More realistically, I would expect things to remain depressed and not see any momentum in the space until we enter the second half of 2027. Um,
Okay.
that's just my sort of thought. And then I would anticipate that the first half, if not middle of 2028, is when we see another rally towards some sort of all-time high or local high. Um, that gives people the euphoria that they're expecting over the past, say, 12 months that they didn't really get. But I don't know. I'm cautiously confident that based off what I'm seeing, and this is just what I've been observing, is the oscillations for crypto have obviously come down quite a bit. Now maybe this was just a fluke cycle, um, but I would not be surprised if uh, we no longer have these massive, up by 4 or 5x, down by half, up for you know what I mean. Like, I think that oscillation might be um, shallowing, and if that's the case, then also it seems like the potential for cryptocurrency needs to be reset as well. The $13 million Bitcoin that Saylor was always kind of talking about might need to be reset. And um, but I don't know, it might be too early to kind of talk like that. But from what I'm thinking, I personally am, while I've dipped my toes in BM&R, and I think I've always stated I'm very bullish on the opportunity. Just I was waiting for the right time to poke my nose out and actually get involved. If I were to prioritize capital, I would prioritize it in equities here, um, that I believe, and I've been stating this for quite some time, have decent cash flows, can execute, um, have promise. I would personally, in this environment, stay away from things that are extremely speculative, lead towards something that would likely show up as cash flow in the medium term. Now, of course, this could be a great opportunity if you do see those companies that are executing to buy them at cheap prices, right? This was an opportunity in 2022, 2023 that I took the opportunity to buy something like Rocket Lab that I knew was executing, doing well. If now that we're in a risk off sort of environment, it seems like we're a little more risk off. If you see something that is really continuing, regardless of the current environment, has yet to crack, let's say, you might see a slowdown, but has yet to crack, like you don't see any cracks in the armor and you still think that there's a long wavelength, I would focus, my energy on, those sorts of plays rather than the super speculative stuff where you're kind of like, 50-50. Um, so there's that. But I personally would wait until, I don't think it's a bad time to add to crypto. I think a lot of the initial movements have been moved down. I hear people talking, "Oh, we still have 10% to go." Blah, blah, blah. It's like, my guy, being down 50% and 60% is the same thing to me. I'm not smart, so I'm not trying to time any sort of bottoms here. What I'm trying to say was, shit, we're 50% lower. a lot of the exuberance that people were buying BM&R and a lot of these other things are at is kind of flushed out. I don't care if I get a 5% better price or 10% better price. You know, when it finally goes in the right direction, and this specifically BM&R starts staking like they have this past quarter and start generating income. You know, I want to be a holder of it. So, but if I were to prioritize capital, because I don't have unlimited capital, I know you don't either. I personally would prioritize it over things that are depressed in the equities market before I would personally run out and hyper focus on crypto because I feel like you have time.
So Nvidia's week and a half. I started running the numbers. I think they're going to come in with 66.5 billion on revenue for Q4. I think that they're going to guide. I mean, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to say they're going to guide for 330 plus in the next fiscal year. And they're going to be in a position where they're going to do about 150 to 160 billion in net income in the following year. And heading into earnings on Nvidia, I kind of hope it stays where it is. I'm debating whether I'm going to add more or not, but I don't know, man. Are you adding or start? I don't even remember if you have Nvidia or not. Are you planning on doing anything with Nvidia or not with these numbers? I mean, we have 60 analysts on the street calling for 53% revenue growth next year, or I should say this year, year over year, which is about 110 billion. Are you? What are you feeling about Nvidia?
I um I don't dislike Nvidia, but I personally am in the companies like Amazon and that's my GPU data center sort of play, rightly or wrongly. You know, so
Okay. I read your buddy's report today.
how'd it go, Steve?
Your buddy Cassandra Unleashed.
Unchanged, Steve. Unchanged.
Unleashed.
What did
You
you have
know
to
I'm making
think?
fun of him, right?
Did you? He's not Steve. He's behind a paywall.
Well, the article may have gotten leaked to me, and I may have read it. I'm probably going to respond tomorrow. Uh, there was at least 5,000 words that did not need to be there. The majority of it was from before 2023, which holds no weight or value because it's a different company.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the stuff about the forward deployment engineers that you discussed, I don't know how you can get away with putting that in there. I think he's looking at things wrong. Now, I'm not saying it isn't overvalued, but I think the way that he went down this road was wrong. And I think putting it behind a paywall is wrong if you're going to make that big of a stink about it on X.
I don't think putting behind a paywall is wrong per se, but if people bring forward reasonable cases, um, like as I stated on X, the four deployment engineers that he quoted were anonymous. I could quote anonymous people and make up things as well. Like I and you don't know if these are disgruntled employees. Have they left on their own merit, or did they leave due to political reasons? Um, I've been using the software for 10 years. He could have interviewed me, he didn't. Um, so just interesting that anybody I've seen that uses the software, 95% out of 100 has had extremely good things to say about it. The only things I say is yes, there is a learning curve. It's not you can't just pick it up, and that's part of the reason why the
Oh,
deployed
whoa.
engineers are
We got
very
breaking news.
valuable for the company.
Matt, I'm sorry. We got breaking news.
Trump is live.
Breaking news. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman says OpenClaw will live in a foundation as an open source project that OpenAI will continue to support after OpenClaw creator Peter Steinberg joins OpenAI. Holy shit. Holy freaking shit. That's crazy. This news cycle this week is about to get really crazy with Altman basically taking over OpenClaw. Holy shit. Matt, what do you think about that? Oh, Matt dropped. He probably lost service. I'm I'm shocked at the news. Maybe I shouldn't be shocked, but I'm shocked. Man, OpenAI controlling OpenClaw. Man. Yeah, SAS is fine in my opinion. I just think that this is going to really change a few things for OpenAI. But SAS is fine. At least the big SaaS companies are fine. Yeah, I don't think that people really understand how these processes work. And just because OpenClaw and OpenAI are going to do something, I mean, you still need to run your businesses. I don't think people understand that ServiceNow isn't just going away or Salesforce isn't just going away. So, Intuit opened a store in LA for what? What did they open a store for? Interesting. For TurboTax. Interesting. Did anybody see this? That CoreWeave CEO liquidated shares ahead of earnings? There's some SEC filings that got put on. Oh man, Dookie. All right. This really is a great question that I need to ask specific stuff. Are you talking about dark chocolate? You're talking about milk chocolate? You're talking about white chocolate? Are you talking about chocolate with caramel? Like what are you talking about here? Because there's chocolate and then there's chocolate. All right. So without going with any obscure brands, okay? So obviously there's obscure shops that do great chocolate stuff, okay? Dark orange pale chocolate. So I would think that you are a Lindt fan because they do a phenomenal dark chocolate blend. Phenomenal dark chocolate blend. I mean, if I was going to go dark chocolate, that is what I would be going with. They just do phenomenal. Their caramel blends are great. I mean, really, really great blends. For pure milk chocolate, though, This is going to be, I mean, people are going to hate this, okay? I do like Godiva for milk chocolate. I like Lin's for dark and specialty chocolates with the swirls and stuff. And this is going to sound so crazy, but around Easter time, and I know people are going to hate on me for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Russell Stover's raspberry inside the chocolate is so damn addicting and good. It's amazing. And look, Hershey's is the standard. Okay, I'm with you. Hershey's milk chocolate is the standard. It's either are you better than Hershey's or not? And the Hershey miniatures, they come with Crackle, Mr. Goodbar, Hershey Dark, and Hershey Milk Chocolate. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Dookie, what did you think of the ice cream and the coffee? Did you like it? So I've never done the dark chocolate and coffee. I've seen the videos with people pouring the coffee on top of the chocolate and having it go into the cup. I haven't tried it. Nice. I've been thinking about trying it. Yeah, Michelle, Reese's are legit. Peanut butter and chocolate together is a great combo. You know what else is a good combo? Nutella and peanut butter together. Gotta have a big ass glass of whole milk with that, though. Michelle, you know what videos I'm talking about. Reed's ginger beer. I have not tried that. No. Nutella and banana is legit also. I agree. You know, I am a freaking foodie. I love this stuff. Oh my God, that's awesome, Michelle. Uh, that's Grogu, Doogie, from The Mandalorian. See's Candies is good, but you know, it's not, I don't know. It's not sold in supermarkets, so or big stores, so you can't freaking go with that. You know, we gotta talk about brands people know of. I don't know how the bench press is going. I'm not benching. I just started working out again. I'm not benching. Probably never benching again in my life. There's no reason for me to. That's, you know, Dookie, that's a hard question. That's a hard question. Best all-time snack. So here's the problem with that. What classifies as a snack? Any type of junk food? Like, is ice cream considered a snack? Or is a snack considered chips or cookies? Is it just anything goes? I need context of the rules. Oh, well, that changes things. That absolutely changes things. I want a pizza from John's on Bleecker. I want a big ass porterhouse. And I want ice cream. That's what I want. 1 hour to live. Well, then you changed it and you said 1 hour to live. I mean, 1 hour to live, it's got to be a little different. But if you're saying like snack, I mean, give me chocolate chip cookies and milk. I mean, I'm with it. Either that or freaking ice cream. I mean, pizza for a snack, don't hate on that. Couple slices, legit. I mean, Michelle and Ray came with us. Those pizzas from Patsy's, I mean, you can have one or two of those slices as a snack without question. I mean, last milk ever, it's whole milk. Come on. From Ronnie Brook Farms. Raisin Bran Crunch as a snack. Interesting. Now, the fact that you said Raisin Bran Crunch, I'm a little surprised. No Cinnamon Toast Crunch for cereal? I mean, so legit. Venom, what was that for maintaining? Lots of research, how maintaining muscle tissue is great for health. Yeah, more muscle, you burn more freaking calories. I am just, there's no reason for me to bench. I'm not playing sports. There's just no reason for it. Who's watching Industry at all? New episode tonight, Industry and the new Game of Thrones. I gotta watch those tonight. I mean, I can't do 315 right now. There's no way I do 315. So he's right. I do have milk. I got a gallon that I haven't opened yet in the fridge. I do like Amazon right now. What did they wrote happy week on my cup at Starbucks. I think the new season of Industry is worth watching. I like it. I also like that show, so to me, it's worth it. You know what? Let's look at that. Where's the price of Coca at? Hold on. Hershey's was something I was looking at. Where's the price of Coca? Um, all right, here we go. This is interesting. So we're going to look at Hershey's next since we're talking about food. So the price of Coca over the past year has dropped so much. That'll help Hershey's margins. I don't know if it's going to still crash. I haven't been tracking the weather in Africa, so I'm not sure if there's been a lot of hurricanes or in South America. I have no idea, but this is really bullish Hershey's. Let's see where Hershey's is. HSY. The Hershey Company. Yup. Damn it. Something I forgot about, everyone. God. Can't do everything, right? But I mean, look at the inverse. When you have Coca going down like that, Hershey's absolutely ran on that. The same way that it went down when the price of Coca freaking skyrocketed. And yes, I freaking wrote about Hershey's a while ago. HSY. And I said it was a hold because of the exploding Coca prices. And then Coca started coming down over the past year. Man, I should have kept doing research on that. I missed that one. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Oh, well, I can't get them all. Can't get them all. Thank you. William did a great job on the painting. It's hilarious. Dookie, you're a legend. Thank you very much. Seriously, thank you for everything. Really appreciate you didn't have to do it. I will be on, I think, tomorrow night with Chris. So I will probably 9 o'clock New York Eastern time with Chris. I don't know what company we're talking about, but we'll figure it out during the day. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. And then Wednesday night, Dookie, Tanner and I will be live. We have our normal show, and then we have our list for movie franchises. We're going to see who comes out on top. All right, everyone. Dookie's amazing. I mean, a lot of people got memberships tonight, so Dookie's incredible. And you can go to the members only. There's some spreadsheets in there, and there are some videos in there. I'm just going to answer questions for a little bit, and in like 10 minutes, I'm going to call it. I was, let's see, 990 words into an article. I'm not going to finish it tonight. I'm going to finish it tomorrow. I want to watch Industry and whatchamacallit, the new Game of Thrones. Oh, man, the Netflix merger. I don't have any thoughts on that. I still don't believe that it's going to get done. So I haven't been following it. I mean, Macy, this is what I'll tell you. I'm not a fan of leverage going on leverage. I'm not a fan of going on margin. But the research that I have done with modeling on TQQQ, holding it for long periods of time can outperform the market, even though there is technically slippage each day. When I run the numbers, it looks interesting as a long-term play, even though it's not meant for that. So you can go read my article on it. I mean, it's certainly interesting. Maybe Matt and I will talk about that this week. I mean, the problem with TQQQ is you have to, like, it's one of those things, you got to get it at the right time. So over a 10-year, here, look at this. and you have to be willing to ride out extreme volatility. Is over a 5-year period, it has not, I don't believe it's outpaced QQQ. It's right around the same area. It actually has not outpaced QQQ over a 5-year period, but over a 10-year period, QQQ is up 492%. TQQQ, check this out, 2,700%. And that's because it almost went under. Now, it has that volatility, so I don't know. I'm not in it. The data shows that it can, but I mean, in downward periods, you can lose a lot of freaking money. So it's built to trade. It's not built for long-term holds. They say it in the prospectus. I've read through the prospectus, so I don't really have an opinion on it. You got to do your own research. I mean, you're going to feel it a lot more in a downturn. You don't hold it. But if you do, theoretically, you could make money, but you need a really long period of time. You got to buy it at the right price. When am I taking off work to trade? I have a lot. I'm really busy at work right now, but probably in the next month, I'll probably do it. Let's see. Yeah, Coke or not Coke is what I was saying because of Hershey. I watched the first season of Tulsa King PB. I did not watch the second. Ultimate rebound plays BM&R leaps, maybe. Cassandra Unchained has puts on Palantir, which Burry wasn't wrong. I mean, listen, I was very critical of Palantir at 200. I just didn't freaking buy puts. I mean, I don't do that. I don't like how Burry is dodging people, though, and I don't like how he's blocking people. No, I haven't done the coin thing. I need to do the coin thing. Maybe this week. Oh, man. Whole milk over Stag's Leap. Come on now. I actually like Silver Oak more than Stag's Leap, though. Michelle, what season of Reacher? Reacher's awesome. Did I finish my movie franchise list? No, I did not. I haven't even started. I did it in my mind, but I got to really think about it. Rambler, the cookie business plan is on hold at the moment. We need to look at some things again. Let's see. Opus X for me. I'm a huge Opus X fan. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, Reacher's great. I'm not in Rocket Lab. There's some legal things that we need to work out. I actually should talk to Michelle, but there are some legal things with shipping out of state, especially not using a professional kitchen. So there's some things that we're looking into. No, we're not making edibles. Like a legit, we were going to make a legit cookie business. Now we're looking into a few things. We found some legal things we have to look at. Be a lot cooler if you did. Kurt? Who said that in Dazed and Confused? I know. Do you know? I'm sure you do know because you said it. Yeah, Michelle. But there's regulations and there's a bunch of stuff that you got to comply with. So there's a few things that we need to figure out on our end. Do I watch Night Agent? Yes, I do. When's it? It's coming back this month, right? Cactus. When's it back? Trace Leche's cake. Yes, it's okay. In all seriousness, I have not had the freaking time to unwrap everything. I have all the coins sitting next to me. I've not had time. I'm most productive throughout the entire day. I think around, so I can stream at any time, like writing, seeking alpha, or doing work. I probably have a 10 or 11 p.m. cutoff where my mental capacity really starts to slow down. But I mean, I'm good all day long and pretty much all evening. Labubus were not necessarily for me. I still think that buying sealed product on Pokemon is the way to go. Michelle, that's interesting. What's your favorite type of cake? Feb 19th this week. Okay, cool. I liked 1883 and 1923, but they're not nearly as good as Yellowstone. Yellowstone is just incredible. And I got to figure out what Amit when we're shooting next. I am gonna I'm gonna talk to Amit. I want to make merch for the show, and I got some ideas for shirts and hats. So we'll see. Let's see. Chocolate cake, chocolate on chocolate. If I go by myself, a slice, I go for a Linda's fudge cake from Cheesecake Factory. All right. Have I ever come across a coyote in the streets? No. Ever been to factory? You mean sound factory? What do you mean factory? Starbucks all day long. I mean, I'm a big look. I like Starbucks, but I'm a sucker for really high end freaking cappuccino. Have I ever seen a bunch of rats on the street? Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, I know, Chef Mike. It's happening. I'm aware. I still can't believe what he's doing. I'm interested to see what the Illustrator card goes for. Michelle, Master Splinter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's great. All the streets in New York City. You got to watch out. I have not tried Japanese milk. I don't think the Mag 7 gives a fuck about what Wall Street wants them to do with CapEx, to be honest with you. And I don't want them to freaking stop their CapEx at all. I actually submitted an article today about that exact topic with Amazon, and it should be out on Tuesday. Yep, Magic the Gathering is releasing the turtle cards. 7.3 million right now. Jesus, crazy. AVGO is very interesting, Mrs. Lawfi. I agree. Interesting. I do have Micron, although I don't own it in real life, unfortunately. I owned it when it was $10 and sold it at 20. I'm gonna respawn to Bury at some point tomorrow, probably. I want to let it sit. I want to sleep on it. I want to read it again tomorrow. I agree, Miss Lawfi. If we had Mag 8 Broadcom would be the 8th. I don't care if he blocks me, to be honest with you. I really don't. All right, everyone. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go watch Industry. It's 10 p.m. I may watch Game of Thrones tonight. We will be on tomorrow. I may do a stream during the day also, after I do finish this article and do some more research on things. We'll see. Chris and I should be on tomorrow night, and we'll go from there. Then we got a busy week. So thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you did not see the Basis Points episode with Dan Ives, I think that both that and the one with Josh Brown were both equally great. I'm obviously biased, but I'm going to link the Basis Points channel. Here we go. So I think they were both great. I think you'll really enjoy them. So please give them a look. Please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Enjoy the day tomorrow. Federal holiday. Hopefully everybody's off. See everyone tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone.